going live. Brian is currently hiding.
I'm bringing my bad eye.
Your eye looks better, though.
It feels 10 times better.
Does it? Yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask us in the comments. We're hanging out for a little bit. Our kids are on spring break, and they're currently eating lunch in the other room, so...
We're hiding from them.
we're currently hiding from them. So, hi, Helen. Yeah, if you have any questions, just let us know in the comments, and we'll see what we can get to. We just have a short amount of time before we've got to deal with parenting life again, because our kids are off for spring break. So, I guess one of the most common questions we get is how we met. So, that might be a good question to start with.
Tinder.
Yeah, we met on Tinder.
A lot of bad experiences to get to a good one.
But yeah, we're just here for a little bit to hang out and chat. Carrie said, Helen said, where do you come up with your jokes? So the majority of the jokes, it kind of just depends. Either they are submitted, like people write them in comments, or they DM them, or I've even received emails that have jokes. It might be looking up dirty pickup lines list, but that really hasn't been since we first started. The majority of jokes, other than the ones that we submitted, are ones that I write or rewrite. So I may just write the joke myself, or what I might do is rewrite a standing joke. And rewriting might mean that I think the punchline should land differently, or I'm writing it from a woman speaking to a man versus a man speaking to a woman. So that's how we sort of come up with it. The jokes that like the sports themed videos that we've done, majority of those jokes I have straight up written. Like I've had to learn about the sport, research the terminology, the vocabulary, and I've written those jokes out. Oh, I got a heart. Yay.
I was very impressed on the football.
Yeah, that actually took a lot of work for me to sit and learn. I've watched football my whole life, and I still feel like I don't really understand it. I feel like I understood it best when I was actually researching it for jokes. But a lot of sports are like that. They just there's so many things that you can write, innuendos or puns around. Carrie says you guys are the absolute best rock stars. I can't wait to see new videos. We're glad you like it. It's really fun to do them. Oh, it's jumping. Okay. Hello, ATV. Really like your content. Glad you're here. Your laugh is contagious. Thank you. I had no idea that my laugh would be such a thing, but. Valpal, if my fiance is texting another person, I don't know, 558 times a week, am I wrong to think something? No, I would. What would you say?
If they're texting somebody else?
558 times a week.
Would you be wrong to think something? No.
Let's see. You guys are awesome. Thank you. It's our pleasure. My wife and I love you guys. We love hearing things like that about... people sharing it with their significant others, and it's just awesome. It's so much, we love doing them, so it's cool to see other couples love and enjoy it.
They're fun.
Yeah. What's your favorite joke?
What was the one I was telling you?
The Keebler?
Yeah, there's a couple I really like. I usually tell you, after you do them, that's one of my favorite, because it, really gets me. Mm-hmm. When my abs hurt, those are usually my favorite. Because I'm laughing so hard.
My favorite joke is actually one that I wrote. It was
there's a couple of football, a golf one I liked really.
That you liked?
Yeah.
There's one that I wrote. It was do you like office supplies? And then he said yes, and I said good, because you can be my hole puncher. That's one that I wrote that I like the ones that I wrote personally. Their other one, to make sure you come on time, I shaved you a roadmap. Ones like those that I straight up wrote, those are probably my favorite, because I feel very proud of them.
No, my favorite was the one that I knew the punchline before you said it, and I surprised
the two fingers one. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Hey from England. Hello. Love your videos. Great catching your live. How are you? We are we're currently on spring break with our 3 kids that live home with us, so it's kind of like wild. So we're just taking this time, sort of. They're eating lunch and watching TV, and we're hiding in Brian's office for this video. So that kind of explains like how at least I'm feeling like.
Yeah, we were originally planning to go to Florida for the week, and then kind of change state to a staycation at the last minute.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of like house projects and fun stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rested.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I'm falling apart.
You guys are absolutely awesome. Your laugh is infectious. Oh, I'm glad to hear. I love embarrassing my hubs with your lines. I love all of the husbands getting terrorized. Like, I love that. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
You're doing well? Yeah. I'm good. Where do you come up with these sayings? I was sharing that earlier. Either we get them as submissions, people send them in comments or DMs, or I write or rewrite them.
And you write the majority of it.
It just kind of depends on the video.
Yeah, what's that doing?
Hello, you both are awesome.
Thank you.
It's jumping. Let me scroll up. You know they're good when Brian laughs again, hearing them. Yeah. Your golf edition may be your best. Yeah. That's a very nice compliment because it was so frustrating because I wanted to do the video so bad and Brian was just so busy when he was traveling and he couldn't FaceTime. And we've also not totally figured out how to do the FaceTime recording thing.
We've tried it a couple times.
And it didn't record audio or anything like that. And so I just ended up like screenshotting him laughing and like filling that in, and one person said that it sucked, and I totally get that it's just not the same as the real thing, but
she gets these impulses to she wants to horrify me and I'm not here.
Yeah, it's really hard. The laundry, you and the basket had me howling. That's very good.
The suitcase and the laundry basket one got me.
Mm-hmm. I wait until we're lying in bed and everything gets quiet, then disrupt the bees with your lines. It sounds like that leads to some fun, though. Can't tell you how much we love your humor. Well, good. Like, it's been the most fun part of all of this is that, like, so I didn't realize so many people would relate to our sense of humor because it's always been something we've done, like, privately together. Well, it's been me. He's big on the dad jokes, you know? Yeah. So it's cool to so many people.
I get a lot of eye rolls around the house from my wife and kids.
Yeah. You know, our kids say, I'm hungry. And he said, hello, hungry, I'm dad. It's an ongoing thing. Hello from Dublin, Ireland. Hello. Oh my gosh. Do I ever follow through with our ideas? So we plead the fifth on that one. There are things that we want to keep private between the two of us. That's private between the two of us. You get to see our jokes, but the rest of that's for us. I can't wait until he starts the dirty jokes. So he has said that he will start when we hit 600,000 followers, which we're not far away from on TikTok at all. Now, mind you, we have done a few of him doing him doing pickup lines on our Instagram subscription and our Passes membership. Brian is just different than when I do them. He very rarely can keep a straight face. He's blushing honestly, he's blushing now. I really think it might be the camera. I think it might be the camera.
It takes a lot for me to prepare. Like, I can get up in front of 500 people and present no problem. But when the camera comes out, it's just something about the camera.
Yeah, he gets he blushes, he stutters. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes when he's actually
just.
Yeah, he'll he does stutter. He does wee or just or so it'll be interesting to see when he actually starts.
If I prepare for it, I think I can execute, no problem.
And to be fair, I have to prepare for some of mine, could you be a gentleman and push my stool in? I literally had to practice that in front of the bathroom mirror multiple times. And I even warned him. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this one.
And the first time you hear it is literally the video of the first time I've heard it. She is huge about that. She doesn't, I know nothing.
Yeah.
And I mean, you did post that.
Well, you might know something.
What do you mean?
Like, what I might do with Brian is if I know I'm going to ask him a question and I want to make sure he gives the right answer, I might say, hey, I'm going to ask you a question. Make sure you say yes or something like that. But he has no idea what I'm going to say. He has no idea the punchline. There's been a few. He's heard of them before. And those are the times that we've posted as bloopers or...
There's been 2.
Is there really only been 2?
There's only been 2 I can remember.
We posted them as bloopers or they've gone on our IG subscription or passes membership. So, like... But... Most of the jokes, these are fresh for his ears. Yeah. Fresh for his ears. And some of them, we haven't posted at all because he hasn't understood the joke. And I've had to turn the camera off and explain to him what is going on with the joke. And then I can't say it to him again because that reaction's gone.
There's been a couple of those I'm like, what?
Yeah, he's had... So he's precious. And I guess I'm the one corrupting him. You're a brave man to say yes at a time. He's a good sport. You guys know that. He's a really great sport.
When the pearls and the light come out, I know I'm in trouble.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, what's happening now?
It's like when you got me in the laundry room, I'm just in there. And I mean, you probably were stuck in the laundry room like all day waiting for me to go in.
Oh, I totally. Yeah. If I have the jokes. Let's see. I just found you two a little while ago. I look forward to your videos every day. Well, we're so glad you're here. His blushes are what I love. I love it. I love it. And when personally, I love when he goes, oh my God, immediately. Those are my favorite. I know I've done a great job when he's like, oh my God.
I think that's 90% of the time.
I shared your videos with my new man, and he said, can that be us in the future? Aww. Sharing the love. Do you put them on screen as a script, or you just say it? How do you focus on the camera? So what I do is I have all of the jokes that I have in separate notes on the notes app of my phone. So, and I divide them by theme. So I had a whole golf notes. I had a whole football notes.
It's literally her like this, making sure I can't see.
Right. So I will go back over and check the jokes. And I do have a speech impairment that comes through sometimes. I did a lot of speech therapy growing up. So that might be why sometimes I say wrong words. Like there was one joke I said, the joke was supposed to be, will you pull the plug out? And I said, will you plug the plug out? And he just ended up going with the joke anyway.
I'm kind of used to it, though.
Yeah, he just went, he understood what I was meaning. He just went with the joke. And because he went with it, I just went with the punchline after that to get his reaction. But you'll notice sometimes I might have slip-ups like that. And so if I haven't ruined the joke, I might re-record it. So it might just be the opener that I re-record. It just kind of depends. My main thing is I want his genuine reaction because he can't fake it. Like he can't fake a laugh. He can't. And that's what we want to make sure that it comes across as genuine because it is.
I can only think of 1 or 2 times where we didn't get through it. Like usually, I mean, you're good at it.
Yeah, sometimes there's been only a few times where I haven't been able to get through it. But honestly, and we've done a couple where I'm looking into his eyes or something like that. I think that's part of the reason why I tend to look at the camera is because it's a way that I don't break. Because I can and will break.
Yeah, there has been a couple where you're like, you haven't said it yet, but you're
to
laugh and you're like, give me a minute.
Like there was a ramen noodle joke that between the opener and the punchline, I I was laughing and had to take a deep breath and swallow and look at the camera. Where's your Lions hat, honey?
It's hanging.
He kind of cycles through he has 2 hats. You have 2 Under Armour.
Yeah, this Under Armour, black Under Armour that I work out in, my Lions hat, and then
Memphis Tigers.
The Memphis hat.
Yeah. Those are the hats he cycles through. Yeah, thanks for all your nice comments, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to put in the questions or in the comments. I bet your lines could stop an argument. Maybe for some couples. I think with us, it wouldn't work. I think if I tried to drop a line on Brian, he'd be like, ugh. like, when he's mad, he's mad. He's a Taurus, for anybody who wants to know.
Well, wait a minute. It's not. I get quiet. I'm like, I don't want to talk. Like I don't get mad. Like, I mean, you can tell if I get quiet, you know I'm bothered.
Yes. This person says, I had no idea about the speech thing. I felt you do so awesome that I was wondering how you do it. Thank you. But I also had like years and years of speech therapy. It comes out, especially when I'm tired, you'll notice that I'll slip up on words, or sometimes there's like just a long pause because I'm having to like recite it in my head to make sure I get it correctly. But it's not something that's pretty noticeable.
Yeah, when you can tell when we're doing these late at night.
Oh, yeah.
Based on our eyes. Everybody's like, you're on something. No.
Yeah. A lot of people have accused us of smoking and stuff like that. No. We're just parents and we're tired and don't get a lot of sleep.
I have 4 kids and 3 of them here.
Someone said, I have a good joke. How do you get it to me? You can send me a message on TikTok, a DM on Instagram, or you can...
if they email it, that...
Yeah, if you email them... there is an email in my bio, but that will go to our agent. So he does pass those along to us, but it kind of puts him in a weird place, I showed my wife your TikToks, and she laughed so hard that we now watch them together when we can. We love hearing that.
Yeah. When people reach out, they're like, I was having a really bad day, and I watched you guys, and it just made the day better.
Yeah, it's really lovely to hear. Who comes up with the lines? Oh, it's all me.
All her. 100%.
It's all me.
I do the dad jokes.
He does the dad jokes. And I mean, dad jokes are just what dad jokes are. I couldn't write dad jokes. I like kind of shock kind of humor, and that's not how dad jokes are at all. Have any of your coworkers seen your videos?
Yeah. I was in a meeting a couple weeks ago down in Orlando, and several people came up and like, I was watching TikTok the other day, or I'm like, yep, that's us.
Yeah. But I'm clearly the bad example. He's the wholesome, right?
Yeah, I keep work and this very, very separate. Like, that's important to me.
Yeah. I knew it. I'm Taurus too. What about you? I am a Scorpio Sagittarius cusp. I was born on the 22nd. So that's me.
I'm Taurus all the way.
Which line had you laughing the most?
I don't know. There's so many. The golf ones I really liked. The football ones.
The football ones. I feel like we laughed a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, I was so proud of you. Like all these years, she learned football.
I did.
Like we went to games and like.
Yeah, my eyes just glaze over. Yeah. And I feel like I know more about football, researching it and writing jokes about it, but it hasn't improved my love or understanding of the actual game. As soon as the game starts, my eyes kind of glaze over. It's just a little bit too slow for me. Yeah. Do you revisit some of those lines later? Like,
I think you plead the fifth on this one.
Yeah, is this a plead the fifth question? Yeah, we plead the fifth. There are certain aspects of our life we prefer to keep private because, we're doing these jokes online, but the rest we'll keep private. Someone asked agent. Yeah, we have a talent agent now who gets us like collaborations and things like that. So we get paid for the fun stuff that we get to put out for y'all. Love your funny jokes, and your husband's reactions are to die for. He has the best reactions. He totally does. A dad joke. Took my step ladder out today. I never knew my real ladder. Okay, that was pretty good. Especially because we both have stepkids.
I like the where do you take someone who's been in a peekaboo injury? The ICU.
Okay. I know.
This is the reaction I get every time.
Your wife is a trip. Did you know that I was a trip?
Oh yeah.
Copy Coach Jackie. It just keeps it keeps deleting. I don't know why it keeps deleting. I'm not doing it. I don't have to figure that out. She says her comments are being deleted. I don't know why that's happening. But if y'all have questions for us, feel free to put them in the comments. We'll be chatting for a little bit more, but we're...
we got to keep this one short.
Yeah, we've got our kiddos are off for spring break, and they're currently watching TV and eating in another room because we clearly can't talk about this stuff with them anywhere near us.
Yes.
He's the only guy that isn't stuck in a teenage boy's mind frame for these jokes. But I feel like it's like every couple has at least one person is like that in the couple.
Yeah.
And it just happens to be in our relationship. I'm the one with the teenage boy framework. How long have y'all been married? So we got married in 2019. And so we'll have 5 years in July of this year.
Yeah, we both have previous marriages and never planned to get remarried. And then when we met, I mean, I knew within less than a month. I was like, I'm going to end up marrying this woman.
And I dropped a dirty line like the second day. That probably had something to do with it.
No, you did not.
Probably had something to do with it. That's why I got a ring.
Yeah.
What is your best pickup line? Because I have a great one. If you have any good lines, feel free to send me a message on TikTok or DM me on Instagram. If you do email me, it goes to our agent. That puts him in a sort of weird position, so maybe don't send it to email.
He's forwarded a couple over.
Yeah, he's like, do you always get these? And we're like, yeah. I'm a firefighter and work in football, and your jokes are so fitting for both. Oh, absolutely. And, thank you for your service in both ways. We have so much laughter from your pickup lines. Good. We're glad. We love that. But yeah, just let us know if you have any questions. Go ahead and put them in the box or in the little chat feature, and we'll see what we can get to. We probably have about just a couple more minutes, and then we'll hop off here. And thanks for all those who sent roses and things like that. It's super sweet.
Well, the kids are being quiet, so that kind of makes me a little nervous.
Yeah. They're supposed to be watching TV, so we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they may be being good.
Put them in the box. Yeah. Okay. They're not dogs.
We have still some young ones.
Yeah, we have twin 7-year-olds and a 3-year-old.
3-year-old.
Yeah.
She was a very unexpected blessing.
Mm-hmm. How long has Brian been a Lions fan?
I was born and raised in Michigan. I lived there for 16 years in Port Huron, so about 60 miles north of Detroit. So Lions, the Tigers, the Red Wings, it's just kind of always been part of my life with my family.
Yeah, and we've lived in Memphis. I moved to Memphis when I was 12. You moved when you were 16.
Yeah.
Well, outside Memphis. We both moved outside Memphis when we were young teenagers. My family's all from Ohio. I was born in Virginia, and then I spent my childhood in Virginia, Ohio, Washington State, Washington, D.C., North Carolina, here. And I consider myself a Memphian because I've spent the majority of my life here.
Yep.
Ever been to Windsor, across the river from Detroit? That's where I am.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We are border cities with Port Huron. Love your content. Glad you're here.
And there's the little one.
A child she's entering. Okay. It was so nice speaking to y'all, but clearly our kids have reached their limit.
Yeah. Mom and Daddy be out in a minute.
We've gotta go, but it was so nice chatting with y'all.
Thank you, everybody.
And yeah, we'll see ya.
Right.